What, turn down the 50 mil?
You heard what I said.
Man, for how long?
That's not the terms and conditions, sir. Let me see. What did Dave do? How long?
Nah, that's real though. How long do I not be myself? You know what I mean? Like, for real.
Yeah.
How long do I have to deal with that? Do I want to do that and lose myself, or do I rely on faith in Jesus, faith in God, to be able to navigate me to the right place? It might take longer, but do I just follow my assignment?
If that compromise is taking you away from that, then that means it's not aligned with God's plan for you.
So what am I doing it for? Am I doing it for the attention, or am I doing it to fulfill my assignment on earth? You know? All right, man, we tuning in live. You know what I'm saying? Before we get started, I just want y'all to be honest with yourselves about something. The last time you posted something and it didn't perform the way you thought it should, what happened inside of you? Did you question your content, or did you question yourself? Because there's a difference, and most people don't know the difference, and that's what got them stuck. We're not talking about algorithm. We're not talking about strategy. We're talking about something that lives underneath all of that. The reason you pick up your phone to post in the first place, and whether the reason is healthy or whether it's a wound. So we're going to figure out if we operate from a wound or a well. Welcome back to another episode of the Words of Encouragement podcast. I'm your host, Frankie Lubin, aka Mr. Made Different. I got my special co-host, as always, with the most, Alexis Gillespie, in the building. What's going on, Alexis?
Hey, y'all. Hey, representing Drip Juice Bar. Y'all already know we here with health and wellness. Copy a drip. Hey, Frankie, how's it going?
Man, I'm alive.
Aren't you alive? You need some pick-me-up. You need some drip. It's cool. I understand.
I need some drip and I need some encouragement.
Come through. We got both.
Yeah, man. But yeah, tonight we're gonna be talking about attention versus assignment.
Wow.
Yeah. So first off, I think it's an important topic because, you know, we just went through a mentorship thing, and you know, it kind of put me in a position where I had to revisit, what am I actually in this for? Am I in this for attention or my assignment? And I think a lot of people face that and don't know when they in that position, how does it feel? Does it get comfortable? Does it get uncomfortable? You know, that kind of stuff. So we got some folks in the chat. Hold on. We got some folks in the chat. We got Khalil in the chat. We got Charlotte in the chat. Khalil says, "You're." Charlotte said, "Yo, what's good, gang? What's good? What's good?" Yeah, so sorry to interrupt. What you was gonna say?
No, I was gonna say it kind of sounds like this is gonna be the discussion that talks about like whether you're posting your content, like what does that come from? Like you said, is it from a wound? Is it from a well? And I'm guessing that well is like a space of healthiness and overflow versus the wound is places of like insecurity or deficiency. And it's like a lot of people may be operating in that, posting from insecurity, looking for affirmations opposed to posting from a well and overflow, looking to just give and be a blessing to others. Am I in there somewhere?
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at with it. I had to ask myself, you know what I mean? When I started this journey, I had to ask myself that question. So yeah, I think it's important to always navigate where you at, or even from post to post. Like, what am I navigating? What am I navigating in that moment? Like, am I posting this piece of content for the views, or am I posting it for substance? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's important. You know.
That makes sense. Okay. Bet. You know, it's interesting you say that because I had come across a researcher. His name's BJ Fogg from Stanford. And he was basically letting us know that there's a study out there that tells us the like button is honestly a trap. And it was not an accident when it was created because it was
Mhm.
basically designed for us to keep on going back to check and see if what we posted like did numbers or if it didn't do that well at all. And
Yeah.
apparently, this not knowing the unpredictability is honestly something that we as humans crave. And that's what keeps us coming back to social media, to any platform, and posting to see how did this piece of content do? How did it not do? And like you said earlier, is it me or is it the content? And I think sometimes we can confuse the overly checking if our post is doing well with ambition or if it's just a psychological rat trap of going back to check to see if something did well versus, oh, I know I posted this in confidence and this is going to do well, whether 12 people see it or 12,000 people see it. And I thought that was really good that he did a research all on that tells us that social media can really have us posting from a place of wounds or healthiness, the well, as you call it.
Yeah, man. Charlotte says that dopamine hit is the like button. It is.
Mhm.
It is.
Yeah,
There's to the point now. I think they start you can hide your likes on Instagram. I'm not sure
for
for other
sure.
platforms, but you can hide your likes on Instagram so
Hmm.
that people don't see how many people like. Just to be able to like that. That's kept for yourself. You know what I mean? And I think it's kind of like almost like I'm embarrassed for if 5 people like it, I'm embarrassed to show that 5 people like my post. You know what I mean? But I know the
Mm.
5 people liked it, but the rest of the world don't really need to know only 5 people liked it. It's like,
So, do you think people would like something more if they noticed more people liked it? You think that drives more likes, the fact that people can't see how many likes are on it?
I think so because when I like something and I don't see the like go up or I don't see other people liked it or something,
Hmm.
it kind of does something to my brain. Like, damn, why didn't see nobody else? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
but the
So, you
person
just
is
want to go
the
ahead and
person
like
the
it.
person hiding their likes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's definitely a lot of psychology into the whole behavior of social media, man.
Hmm.
I think some places have I think YouTube has the dislike button. You know, I
Facts. It
heard I
does.
heard I heard some other places might do dislikes, but yeah, it's definitely something that it just drives you up a wall if you post something you think it's gonna hit and it don't hit. And something you didn't think that was gonna hit and you like, man, what's the difference? You trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So
And
have you oh, my bad, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask, like, have you sat with that when it comes to like the words of encouragement, the platform, especially Instagram posting? Like, have you sat with when your posts do well versus when they don't? If it's the time you post, the content you posted, like have you ever found yourself checking overly your account onto into like how well your post is doing? Or do you just post it and like forget about it?
um I do both. I do all of the above.
I
I've
feel it.
had times where I'll post it and forget about it. I've had times where, like I said, when you think something is gonna do well, you come back and
Mhm.
keep checking it. Like, oh, I know they're gonna love this one, and they don't. It's like, dang, what's going on? Like, what am I missing? You know what I mean? And then the
Yeah.
things you just post out there, just to like, it's like shooting in the gym. Like you just practicing shots. Some of those things might just be like it will just go through the roof, and it's like, well, why did that go through the roof?
Uh-huh.
And there is some reason, like when it comes to like the actual words of encouragement, um, it's something that is more purpose driven. So I'm not necessarily focused on the likes, but like Instagram, like when I'm doing reels or I'm cutting into clips or I'm just, I might react to something or whatever the case is. Like I'm looking for more attention in that format. But as
Okay.
far as like the actual podcast, I'm not
Mm.
necessarily, of course, I want attention. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it for nobody not to like it, but it's not in the sense of that's what's driving me. The purpose is what's driving me. Now, when I get on Instagram or I get on TikTok, and do the short clips, it's more for attention. Like,
Okay.
you're just trying to draw attention to yourself, like in that moment. So we got some
That's
people in
good.
the chat. Silas says also the psychology concept of being liked triggers people's self-esteem. Wanting to be liked is a dangerous space to be in. It is.
Facts.
It is.
It
It is.
is.
It is.
Because those likes don't always equate over to, for me, a small business into dollars. I can get 300 likes on a post, but if I don't have 300 orders, you liking it kind of doesn't really do me any good. Sharing, it's even now like you're supposed to like, comment, share, even save a post just to drive up the visibility of it. If I got
Yeah.
300 likes and no shares and maybe 2 comments, that does nothing for me. It really
Yeah.
doesn't help my business.
Yeah. You really want your eyes on stuff. You want people to engage with it.
Mhm.
Um, and that I mean, engagement is everything. And engagement is not just views, not just you
Right.
scrolling past my thing and you see it. It's really you staying on the video, watching it, liking at a certain
Engaged
point
comment.
of the video,
Yeah.
comment, it's like so much that goes into it that tells, the algorithm, oh, let me push this to somebody else. Even sharing it to where it gets shared. Is it getting shared on Instagram? Is it getting shared outside of Instagram and bringing people back to Instagram? Like all these things matter in the algorithm. Like, and I didn't realize that when I first started doing it. I was just like, oh yeah, but as time goes by, you start studying this. You like, oh, if somebody shares it into a message or WhatsApp or one of their group
Mhm.
chats or something, that tells the algorithm to push that video even more because it's like
Mhm.
you telling somebody that's not on Instagram currently to get on Instagram to watch this specific video.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so it's like it's real deep with this stuff, man. Man, it's so
It
deep with this
is.
algorithm stuff, like, but
And it makes me
that's why it
think
drives people
about.
up a wall.
Yeah, I can see it, especially if, like, say someone is on Instagram for some time and boom, like that happens, right? They got a video, they got content, and it goes viral, as they say. And now I feel like it's like that high that you're chasing social media wise. And it's like, okay, now I need to figure out to make another piece of content that's just as good, if not better than the last one I posted and wanting to go viral. And it's like if you post it and it doesn't perform as well, I wonder what that does to somebody's like ego, confidence, self esteem, you know?
Some people take the video down.
Dang. I'm trying to think.
Some people some
I
people
feel like I did
delete
that.
some people delete that, man. It was
I
never
did that
there.
back before. I used to post it, post and delete. Post and delete for sure. I did do that.
Yeah. That's a big thing. It's
Dang.
because psychology wise, you're like, oh, if I have 10 videos and
Mhm.
each video got 100,000 views, and then I post this one and it got 10,000 views. I don't want people to see the 100 views. You're like, I don't want people to see that.
Yeah.
Let me delete that. Like I posted at the
Mhm.
wrong time or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Um, but I personally I like the Kev on stage approach because you just keep shooting. You don't really shoot for the purpose of, oh, I want this video to outperform this one, or I want this video to do so well. You're not shooting in that format. You're just shooting just so people can see you. So somebody can
I
come
got you.
across, whether you post it 6 times, 7 times a day, you just keep shooting and people just keep seeing your face. As soon enough, they're gonna be like, what does this dude got going on? And they'll
I
follow
got
you,
you.
or because there's so many touch points in brand awareness now, where it's like
Mm-hmm.
they said before, I think in the 80s or 90s, they used to say that brand awareness was if somebody sees your post, I think like 6 times, or not post, but if somebody sees your brand like 6 times, that'll compel them to buy from you. Now it's like 30 times. They have
Dang.
to see they have to see your this stuff like 30 times for them to follow you, for them to, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot. So, and it's the competition is so much stuff on the on the internet now. It's not
Right.
it's not necessarily social media anymore. It's like interest media. I have to be interested in what you're talking about. I have to be interested in
Um,
your posts, whether you're talking about hair or makeup or shoes
um,
or whatever, it's like this specific interest that I have. Cars, you know what I mean? And then it's not just cars, it's like what type of car? Old schools. Like it goes down a rabbit hole with just stuff. So
Dang, not interest media. That was a good one.
yeah, that's what I heard. So I heard some. I'll be in the I won't say the group chats, but I'll be in the different places listening to people talk about these things, and that's
Mhm.
what they said. They said it's not even social media no more; it's interest media. It's like what I'm not interested in, that's what I'm following. So your algorithm could look totally different from my algorithm, even though we're on the same app. But it's just so much content that we could consume two totally different things. When it first started, we'd probably see the same thing on there because it's the same videos. It wasn't that many people, but now everybody's on there and people are just sharing pretty much their lives. So, you know,
Mm, mm. You know,
but
I forget. Did you know that Dave Chappelle turned down? I think it was a $50 million deal.
yeah, yeah.
Dang, you knew? I didn't know today until I read about it. I just thought it was like,
At the
I
height of
guess,
his career too.
yeah, all because he was talking about what like not recognizing himself because he started to tell jokes that appease the people instead of more so just like I think he was talking about like where like his jokes came from. Like they weren't like him, his true self. It was more so he
Yeah.
was trying to gain like his audience approval. And then he was like over the years, it was like he lost like touch with himself. And so he turned down a $50 million deal. And I was like, dang.
Yeah, it happens, man. You lose sight of what you started it for. You know,
Mm. Did
that
you do
could
that?
that could happen with you said, would I do that?
Mhm.
What turn down the 50 mil?
You heard what I said.
Man, I
Today, right now, if somebody offered you
today
50 million and they gave you the whole blueprint and book of what to do with words of encouragement, all you had to do is accept 50 million.
for how long?
That's not the terms and conditions, sir. Let me see. What did Dave do? How long?
Nah, that's
Bruh.
real though. How long do I not be myself? You know what I mean? Like for real.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
long? How long do I have to deal with that?
but the thing is, if somebody does truly say, how long do I not need to be myself? At what point does it like it's too much the detriment? Like it isn't one hit too much exposure?
No, because well, I won't say no, but it primary okay, so I would look at it like this, right? If I know I'm gonna be uncomfortable for a year, I'm gonna be uncomfortable for 2 years, 5 years, whatever. Let's say 5 years, 10 million a year. I'm gonna be uncomfortable. I could probably live with that versus me going into it and things are just coming at me so fast, like fame coming at me, like it comes at you so quick, and then you start switching and changing, and then 10 years go by, you like, damn, I don't even recognize who I am. Like who am I right now? Like, why did I start all of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and the goal is to do it uncompromising. Like, I don't want to compromise my
Okay.
morals, ethics, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that feels right to me, but it's like you you kind of have to compromise at some point. Like I think of like even Mace, you know, with Bad Boy, like at the height of his career, he was like, "Man, I'm gonna go be a pastor." You know what I'm saying? Like it's like he turned down all of the fame, all of the things, and people pretty much calling him whatever, fake, whatever the terms they might use. You know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
identify him. He just kind of walked away from it. You've seen it in the past where people just they be like, "Man, this is too. I've done went too far." You know what I'm saying? So if you tell me 5 years, I'm gonna sign up 5 years. Cool, like that's a contract. Cool, but if you say, I got a blank check for you, just do these things, and 10 years go by and I'm still doing it, it's like, man, I probably done lost myself.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm
Like,
thinking about is who you become, not even after 5 years, but after 1 year of doing something. After it only takes something days, 40 something days to create a habit. That's 3 months. That's a little over 2 months. 2 months, you can create a habit. So there's 12 months in a year. And we're not even talking about what a 5-year contract can do. In 1 year, the unhealthy habits somebody can create simply for the sake of appeasing a platform, appeasing the internet,
Yep. Yep. All right, so
and
we
it's
got
not
some
even fifty
comments.
million
I
dollars.
don't. It ain't even
They doing it
50
for
million.
less.
They doing
They
it for
they
much
doing it now
less.
for less. People are
They might
selling
do it for
themselves on
50,000.
Instagram 5,000, if that, a month.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. All right, so
I can use 5,000 a
okay,
month.
so we got some comments. Michael says, "Oh, open book ethic." I know him as Michael. That's my boy. Shout out to you. Throwing darts at the board. Okay, I think he was talking about like when we was talking
Posting.
about just posting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte says it's also taken away from the social component. You're not even seeing a lot of your close friends' posts. It's mostly suggested content. Yeah, it's mostly
Mhm.
suggested content. You don't even see the people you actually follow. Like,
Right, right.
that's so irritating, man. That's
Unless you
so
interact
irritating.
and engage with them all the time, they're not gonna show you their stuff. Like I have to go search some of my friends' stuff because they might not post as much. So it's like if I on Instagram at the right time, it'll show them first on the thread. But otherwise, I gotta go search for a lot of people that I'm close with.
Yeah, yeah. Mike says at the minimum 5 years or until you re up on that 50 mil. Got the Drake route. Dropped 3 albums to get out of the contract.
Is that what he did?
Hey, that's what he said, man. That's
No, but
good too.
is
That
that did Drake do that?
music artists.
Did Drake do that
Yeah.
for?
He just dropped 3 albums to get out of his contract.
I didn't
Now, will
realize
they
that's why
let
he.
him out of his contract? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
they
mean, if
could be
that's
like
what
one counts and the other two don't count.
that's the terms and conditions. I feel like that's what you got to do, unless he finna end up like, oh boy, that kidnapped Gucci Mane to get out of something. Who's it? Pooh Shiesty.
Pooh Shiesty, take the Pooh Shiesty route, boy. Now you locked up. You now you doing stuff you really don't want to do for 20
You're in a
years
different kind of
now.
contract.
In a different type of contract. Exactly, exactly. But yeah, you
Dang.
think about music artists, like music artists too, they get into that position, you know what I'm saying? Where they you trying to get your number, you trying to get that platinum album, that diamond album, you know what I'm saying? Like that gold
Yeah.
album, you're trying to get those things and en route to those things, you might have to compromise. You know what I mean? You might have to sell. I think Akon, it's so many artists, man. Akon said that. I just seen that recently where he was like, I knew making certain music was gonna sell more. You know,
Right.
I think it was like his first album, or is it his first or second album? His first album probably didn't sell, and I think his second album, he's like, I gotta make something for the streets, like
Hmm. Yeah.
and you had to do that so you could get popping. So it's like, where's that thin line? It's like, do I want to do that and lose myself, or do I rely on faith in Jesus, faith in God to be able to navigate me to the right place? It might take longer, but do I
Mm,
just follow my assignment? And is my assignment taking the short route and then coming back to where I'm actually supposed to be?
that's
It's
good.
just one of those things. Like, what do you do? Like,
Yeah. I think that's a good point because oftentimes we are in that space of what's going to get me there faster. And somebody once said, yeah, you get there faster, but you miss some vital steps along the way to where you still got to go back and redo some stuff that somebody else was going to probably end up passing you along the way because they went the short route. So it's like you
yeah,
might have made it to to the end destination sooner, but now you got to go back and do some other training, or everybody else is celebrating you going back to do some training. I was like, dang, that's tough.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. I think
Yeah.
one other person too was India says, yup. Um, I don't know in regards to what, she just agreed with everything we saying. Shout out to you, India.
Love that for this.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Lecrae too. Lecrae talked about, he's a Christian rapper, and
Mhm.
he talked about losing himself. Hold on, I got it right here. He says in the last 20 years went through a period where he was trying to cross over. He wanted mainstream acceptance. So he started moving away from explicitly faith-based content to reach a broader audience. His
Yeah.
numbers went up, his circular fan base grew, and he was miserable. So he talked openly about it. He said he lost sense of purpose. He didn't know what he was creating for anyone. He didn't know what he was creating anymore. The applause was louder, but the peace was gone. Damn. Damn, that's deep though. Like,
He had no peace, but he had everybody cheering for him. That's crazy.
yeah, like that brings me back to that Nipsey Hussle quote where he says, "I'd rather be at peace with myself and at war with the world
Mm.
than peace." What do you say? Peace in the world and
And at
war
war
with
within
myself.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that's that what that sound like to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the world look at me like this person and I'm warring with myself. I'm like, man, this ain't even really who I am. Like,
'Cause, I mean, to me, like, that doesn't come home with you. Like, people who unfortunately fall into this idea and this trap of posting for or doing anything for the validation or attention of somebody else, that doesn't go home with you. Like when you go home to your roof over your head and your four walls, it's just you and your inner thinking there. So those applause that are on social media, are you really gonna go DM every last one of them, telling them all your problems? No. Your problems are finna sit with you at your kitchen table and stare you in the face and run all through your brain. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people like the mental health, depression, anxiety, suicidalness, all these different things are like higher than normal now because of social media and because of this psychological trap that people are just consistently falling into for the sake of engagement to where they want attention from people who they'll probably never even meet like face to face in their lives. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's man, you seeking approval from the world. It's like that's a tough place to be in.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it gets you paid, but it's like it's like man, like
That doesn't
money
bring
ain't
you peace.
everything.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's like on
I
one
mean,
end
and you
you be
just
able to go ahead.
no, I was just thinking of that scripture that I think we had mentioned earlier this week. It was in Matthew chapter 6, verse 1.
Yeah,
And it was literally it hits on that, like, yeah, you're paid, but you don't have everything else. Um, it says, be careful not to do your good deeds publicly to be seen by men. Otherwise, you will have no reward with your Father who is in heaven. And then it goes on to talk about when you give to the poor and do acts of kindness, like don't blow a trumpet before others and do like the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets so that everybody is so that they're honored and recognized and praised by men. And I feel like that's exactly what people are doing. They're doing this to be honored and recognized by the world, to be praised by men, but you ain't got nothing waiting for you in heaven.
yeah, it's a tough place to be in, bro. Because it's like the humanness in you is like I need the little validation. I need the little, you know what I'm saying? I want the love, the likes,
Mm,
the comments and all that. It's like it feeds a part of you getting compliments. And you know me personally, I don't like compliments. Like I don't know
but
why it
you,
makes me feel uncomfortable, but it just does. So
because it's a root there. It's something that the same way that like you might not like getting compliments, somebody might like being overly complimented. And at the root of both of those is something that has happened. Why does somebody have to be overly complimented? Why don't you like compliments when compliments are essentially something that's supposed to be like a warm hug to the soul? So I think like even our humanist desires a level of affirmation. And if someone is on the extreme of either ends of those scales, it's kind of like, what's the root behind that? That's my question.
I think for me, I don't like compliments in regards to like maybe I didn't get a lot of it growing up.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why now? Like, what am I doing now that makes me want make you want to compliment me? And 9 times out of 10, I'm doing something for people to compliment. Right? I'm not just being myself. I'm not just existing. and
Yes.
people are complimenting me. They're complimenting because I could do something, good, or I'm doing something, I'm performing in some type of way, some type of fashion. That's why I'm getting a compliment. So it's like I always point it back to God, like, glory be to God that I could do these things. Like, you know, he the one who gave me the ambition to do it. Like, some ambition is mine, and I could kind of tell when it's my ambition versus a godly ambition. And I have to always check myself in that regard. Like, this not a godly ambition. This is one of the something I want to do for myself.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I mean? Because I used to do reaction videos smoking weed. Like, if you go on YouTube, Tree High TV, you go look it up. I used to be smoking and telling weed news. I'm not
Weed
even not.
news?
Yeah, like, this is at the height of like marijuana becoming legal. I think it was like 2017 or 2018 or something. I was
Mhm.
doing that. Like, I was smoking and reporting on weed news, like telling people what's going on with weed. Like,
Look at God.
and
You
it's
done went from
like,
weed news to the good news. Won't he do it?
yeah, you feel me? Exactly. Salute to God, man. But that's just at that time I was really looking for validation. And I just became comfortable with sitting with myself. Like, I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? When I do hear it now, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not letting it get me too high. And then when somebody don't like me, I'm not letting that get me too low. You know what I mean? I just keep it pushing. Either way,
Yeah.
whether you compliment me or you hate me, I'll keep it pushing.
So then my question is, you said people compliment you for doing something like because it's like almost like performance based. Would you still feel uncomfortable if somebody just simply complimented you for dressing nice or holding the door open? I don't know, like something just surface level. Like would that make you uncomfortable still too?
So I've got compliments on like my shoe and stuff. It throws me off. Compliments in general just throw me off. Like,
Got you.
how can I break it down? It's just like I won't say it throws me off so far where it's like I just glitch or nothing. Like, I'll say, oh, I appreciate it, you know what I mean? But I've gotten compliments where I'm like, damn, I ain't compliment the person back. Like, because I was just like, it threw me off so much. I'm just like, oh yeah, thank you. Like, especially I got a compliment from a dude one time, and I was on vacation in Mexico, and he was like, bro, I think he said something about my shoes or something, or my fit, whatever it was. And he was like, man, that's a nice fit. And I was like, oh, I appreciate it. And he was rocking a cool fit too, but it threw me off so much I ain't even compliment him. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like, I just kind of went
yeah.
on went on my day. So it was just like, yeah, it throws me off a little bit. Now I'm getting better because it's so often. People are like, oh man, whether they're encouraging me to keep going with the podcast or with my painting business or whatever it is, it's like, oh, okay, I appreciate it. I'll be like, yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Glory be to God. Like, I'll say those things. But
Mhm.
that keeps me humble to always point it back to God, because it's like, without him, I won't know how to do any of this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go in the chat. What the chat saying? So
What they
India
talking about?
says, we're seeing this in real estate now. Every day new videos are popping up of new agents doing home tours pretty much naked or dressed provocative to garnish popularity, and it's working. Damn, now realtors are becoming the butt of the jokes, mostly black women, which makes it even harder for people to take us serious in the luxury market as well as development. Oh man, I do be seeing some of them videos. I'm like, man,
Really? Yeah.
yeah, I be seeing some of them, them folk, man. I just seen one
But
today, actually. I think the one was what she was making a joke about it, and she was wearing something that was almost like the same skin tone as her, but it was like real short. Something you wear in the gym, and it's like, even the gym too, people are wearing crazy stuff just to, everybody's showing off their body and stuff, man. You know, it's
that's
like you
tough.
making these things an idol in your life. Like, you making your if you're a gym buff or whatever, you're making that an idol. Like, that's what you're going to the gym for. Are you going there for fitness, or are you going there to be able to show your abs or your body or your little booty cheek, you know what I'm saying, poking out? Like, what are you going in there for? Like, for real. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's just the what are you doing it for? anything you post is like, what am I doing this for? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? When I come on here every Wednesday or pre-record, whatever, what am I doing it for? And I was faced with that question uh last week. You know what I mean? Like, and that's gonna bring us to the keep it real or keep suffering segment. So I
Mhm.
got a question for you because you was with me, and we was put in this position of, you know, we. I went to my mentor. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. No shade to him. No shade at all. I don't want nobody taking this the wrong way. But I went to my mentor. I don't even want to mention his name, but he was pretty much on the. He asked us what we wanted to get out of the meeting, right? And I
Mhm.
told him, I was like, well, I want to get my views up. That was one of the things I requested. I want to get one of my views up. So he gave us a strategy to get our views up, to react to
Mhm.
certain things that's going on in the algorithm. So you kind of plug your name into the algorithm.
Mhm.
But the things that was like that was, that's in the black algorithm, I would say, the nigga algorithm.
Not you on my head.
Yeah, the things that were in the nigga algorithm is like stuff I don't necessarily want to talk about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it's it's just one of those things. It's like, man, I'm not really into the gossip stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The negative gossip, I should say, because I learned
Right.
today during my devotional with my prayer group of my mans. They were talking about um I know I'm long winded. They were talking about the devotional was gossip, but the good news, right? Which is the
Mhm.
gospel.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, please send me that devotional. Like, I need that devotion. I needed it to hear it today. Cause like I don't want to talk about people's lives, what they doing sexually. I don't care. Like, do
Yeah.
what you want. Really, do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I didn't start this podcast to talk about that. Um, could it be some a source of reference to be able to make examples or something? Yeah, cool. But that's not why I started it. And I was faced with that going, leaving the meeting, and I was
Mhm.
like, damn, like I get his point, I get the strategy, but I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
So being the fact that you was there, I'm gonna ask you as my
I was.
co-host.
I was there.
You seem like you fitting very well too. You was just bringing them topics up. Like I was like, man, you go. Now you side eye me.
What you got to ask me,
um,
Frankie?
I guess my question is like, do I compromise to be able to get more views on the podcast? Our viewership be, I don't say struggling, but we ain't getting as many as we would like. We want, millions of people to see this. But it's either going to take a long time, or we could take the faster route by doing the gossip stuff and some type of way infusing it into the podcast. Like, what are your thoughts?
So just so I'm clear, you asked me if I think you should compromise. Yes or
Yeah,
no?
should I compromise for the 50 mil
Mhm.
that don't exist?
Right. So it don't matter what it's for. It's the question is, should I compromise? And the only reason I say that is because I was recently, guess about what's this? This is May, maybe in March or April. I went to a dive. The White House dive, the young adult ministry Bible study. Maybe it was either that one or the one before that we
Yeah,
talked about compromising. That we talked about a spiritual compromise. And it was really good. But the long way to answer your question, one thing that your mentor did bring up that I kind of was like, yo, we might need to, unpack this is that he mentioned the quality being an attraction piece as well. He mentioned that studio downtown we recorded in, that like it
yeah,
looks great. And I think alone people are attracted to like the visual aesthetic of something, right? Because he even mentioned me putting a plant back here, adding depth to my background so that it's not a focal point there, but the focal point is here. So even in
yeah,
investing in an outside recording studio, that isn't a fast pace move, but it is a little bit faster than what this is here. So I think it's certain things that are strategically that make sense to do if you are trying to progress at a certain rate. But when you say compromise, no. No, especially when it's it's not your that's not that it's leading into what isn't yours. It's taking you away from your purpose. You already stated about why you started this and what the purpose of it is. And if that compromise is taking you away from that, then that means it's not aligned with God's plan for you. So my answer would be no. And I think it's a beautiful, like God is always on time. The fact that I'm still getting emails from daily devotionals about the full armor of God and still studying it. And this is week 2 of me getting these different emails and different scriptures about the full armor of God. I think it's no coincidence that you got a devotion today about good gossip and it being the good news. And even earlier today, when we were talking, I had said maybe we just react to Christian podcast people. Maybe we find people who talk about either prayer, things in the Bible, or just things of the kingdom, and we react to that so that we can still draw an audience. And in that, it's that slow climb, but nevertheless, it's a climb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's my answer.
No, I feel you. I feel you on that. The advice I'll give my own self is like, man, for personally, my spirit didn't feel right doing the whole thing. Like it was just like I felt uneasy probably 80% of the time. You know
Not
what
you
I'm
had the bubble
saying?
guts.
I ain't say all that. I said I felt my hairs were sticking up. You talking about the bubble
What
gum.
hair?
Come on now. Oh my God. I can't stand you sometimes. What Charlotte say? Charlotte said, yeah, it will still make him uncomfortable. LOL. We working on it. What will make me uncomfortable?
The
Um,
probably the compromise.
yeah, I guess.
Or no, the
D
Christian.
says, yeah, I think she was talking about something earlier. D
Oh,
says y'all better not compromise. She says y'all exactly where y'all should be. I love the ideas though. Shout out Lex.
dear.
Um, and yes, says I agree, Lex. Yeah, so I think personally, man, like in that moment, like it was, and y'all gonna see, we gonna drop the episode that we shot with my mentor next week, and y'all might be able to see that I was uncomfortable.
Let's see my pearls.
And y'all gonna see Alexis right at home dropping that T.
Not at home. And I was.
Hey,
And
you
I
threw
was.
you threw me you threw me under the bus with the bubble guts. I had to throw you under the bus with this one, man.
I take it.
Oh man. Oh yeah, she was talking about the compliments. That's right. That's right.
Mm.
Um but yeah, yeah, I just think I'm not gonna compromise. I might do, like you said, the Christian reaction, or just reaction in general. I've done different reactions, and those things go crazy. Like I think I got one video that had like 400,000 views at one point.
'Cause you react
Um,
to just, like,
and
something,
it,
like, funny, anything. It doesn't have to be gossip.
yeah, it don't have to be gossip or anything. Just something
Got
that
you.
catches the eye. Like,
Got you. So
um,
okay. Now it's because 'cause I'm still
yeah,
new to all of this, and I don't really care for social media, but now, because when I think of reaction, I think of only, like, the celebrity messy stuff. I don't think about, oh, it could be to somebody, Ray J getting knocked out. I don't think about, it can be two dogs on a scooter, like I never put all that together.
yeah.
So now it's like
It could be it
they were
could be
saying,
anything, bro.
just
It could be
post, just
anything.
post
Anything that, yeah,
consistently.
just posting like
Mhm.
consistently. Somebody tweeted something that just has engagement. You just react to it, like, and give your
Got you.
2 cents. So it's like that's kind of what I took from it. And like I said, there's no shade to what the strategy he gave me. I think he was just like, let's go full fledged into this, and he was like, find something, and we was just like looking. He was like, oh, this was everybody talking about right now. You know what I mean? Um, which was I think the K Michelle thing, and
Mhm.
I was trying to find something. I didn't even make a video. I was like, I'm not making a video.
You did it?
But yeah, it's just I didn't make a video while we were there. No, I
I
made one
bet
after
you.
the fact.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know you. That's why I said you was right at home. I'm just playing. Hey, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You was ready for that social media smoke, and but what happened out of that whole moment though when you posted? I think it was a thing with Neo on Saturday or Sunday, and somebody was talking about it in the comments. Right, they was trying to create some argument, and
Mhm.
we was both in there checking him, right? But the
Mhm.
last thing or one of the last things he said was the he was trying to just throw scriptures at us, and I'm like, bro, you gotta read the whole chapter, the whole book. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't just throw scriptures at us. And but the one thing that I did agree on, he was like, the way to heaven, to the kingdom of heaven, is narrow. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think of something being narrow, I'm thinking is you got to squeeze in, you take your time to get to the kingdom. You know what
You're
I'm saying?
nice.
Like,
Mhm.
and that's what I was like, bro. We finally agree. We can agree on that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, because he was like agreeing that Neo could have as many wives as and I'm like, how are you saying this as a Christian? Like, we was going back and
He
forth, but
not.
that's
The
the
enemy
only
always wants you
thing.
to agree on something. Now the devil gonna get you to agree on something just to make you think y'all on the same team, but we not. He did
Yeah,
me the same way in my
but
DM.
yeah,
When I told you I DM'd him, he did me the same way. I'm so glad to see new believers on fire at such a young age in our generation, but you got 6 messages before that contradicting everything in the Bible. Get off, get by, get out.
yeah, that it was so weird, man. It was so weird, but I
Yeah,
did agree with him on the fact that the way to the kingdom is narrow, and it's gonna take a little longer to get to success. The
for
devil
sure.
gonna prop you up early. He gonna give you what you want early, and
Man,
then you gonna fall in the end. So it's like there's no point again it
yeah,
up front. Let me get that back end. God's gonna have the back end. I know God gonna have the back end. You feel me? That's
for
just
sure.
real. Like he's here. He's a faithful God. I think once you stay on course and stick to your assignment and not do it for the attention, and because you
Hmm.
gotta think of what he tempted Jesus with. Like
Everything
he's
you
like, I'm
already
gonna give you
had.
this kingdoms, and yeah, everything you already had. It's like, bro, like I already got all this stuff. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? You know what I'm saying? And Jesus was firm in his identity, but I think for us, we're not firm in our identity at times. So we forget that we got a whole kingdom waiting on us. And it's like, man, oh, let me try and get the kingdom right here. Nah. God already said he got a kingdom waiting on me. So what am I doing it for? Am I doing it for the attention, or am I doing it to fulfill my assignment on earth? You
Mm,
know, and that's the part we gotta stick with. You gotta remember, I'm trying to fulfill my assignment on this planet.
right.
So yeah.
That's good. That was a good
Any
question.
last thoughts?
Um, but do you want to give the viewers and whoever watches this afterwards application action steps on things they can ask themselves, check with themselves when it comes to posting their content, like if it's from a place of what you say, a wound or a well.
Um, yeah,
Hmm. What you got?
I would say ask yourself, man, is this true what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
You know, is this me? Am I the one speaking, or am I speaking through the social media lens? Am I speaking through the lens of what I think people want to hear? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, I don't come on here talking about what I think people want to hear. Like,
Yeah.
try to say something prolific, like, oh yeah, this gonna get them. Like, nah, it's like I just speak my mind and speak from a place of like, you don't even have to take my advice. You don't even have to do anything I say. You don't have to. This is just another, like my mentor gave me a bowl of cereal, and I was like, let me just get a spoonful. You feel me? I don't want the whole bowl. you know, because your advice is cool, but I don't need the whole thing. Let me just take
Hmm.
this. Let me just take a little bit. Maybe I'm
Right.
gonna do the Kev on stage approach and post mad clips, but I'm not gonna change the dynamic of the podcast. I think
Hmm.
you know I don't say he was trying to get us to change the dynamic of the podcast, but I'm gonna just keep the podcast a podcast. I'm gonna do the little social media clips, whatever, so people could see my face and they be like, "What he
Mhm.
got going on? Oh, he got the podcast going on. Oh, he doing a live. Oh, he doing this. Or you know what I'm saying? Oh, they got drip over there. Oh, they got pain over there. Oh, they got coaching over there. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and tap in. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to say I'm gonna take the whole bowl and just spoon and just feed myself with it's like, nah. So the same thing here. Something I might say might work for you. 10% of it might work. You don't have to take the rest of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just take what you need. And I think we be trying to agree with everybody too much. So stop trying to find people to agree with and just take what that person say, take it with a grain of salt.
That's
You
good.
know? Don't get no high blood pressure trying to eat the whole thing of salt, man. Putting all that salt on your food, man. Don't stop it.
If you do, it's okay
You
because we
know?
have drip cold press juices here to regulate your blood pressure.
Yeah, I just went to the doctor and my blood pressure was good. So that was like one in a few. Every time I go there, be like, "You need to change your meds. We need to do this." So shout out to drip, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking drip, not as consistent as I want to, but yeah. Shout out to drip. It's getting me back
Mhm.
right. Blood pressure at a normal rate for a black man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be off the med soon, but shout out to drip, man. But yeah, another advice I would say, man, would you still post it if you got low views? If you got 12 views, would you keep it up? If
That's
you go on
good.
my IG, I got videos on there with 25 views on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the algorithm had going on at one point. That joint was just, I went from like 200 views to like 25 views. My videos didn't really change. It's just the algorithm was tweaking, you know.
Mhm.
I ain't delete nothing. Keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Because it might pop up at some point in time. I might
Right.
post it again. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So um that's just what I stand on. Like there's things I posted that I'm not proud of. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care. I'll keep it up. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying? But ask yourself those questions.
That's good.
Have you almost posted stuff you know what I'm saying? You didn't what you wanted to take back, or in that moment you was like, what was I thinking?
I think like earlier I mentioned in my past, I definitely like previously on social media, I would post things, especially when I was modeling. And if it didn't get the likes that I wanted, oh baby, best believe it was getting deleted and reposted at a different day and a different time. Because what you mean, I got 200 likes on this picture and the rest of mine got, like you said, 400 or 500 likes. Y'all better come correct next time. So I've definitely done that like
Lord
before.
have mercy.
I mean, look, that's where the mine was. But now we done hit the
Uh,
Romans 12:2, and then did a renewal. Is that the verse?
mm,
Is it 12 and
yeah,
2?
Romans
Oh,
12
okay.
too.
And
Yep.
so we a little better. We ain't all the way there, but we better. And so now, I don't overthink my post, but it is hard for me to just up and post. Like matter of fact, today we was with your mentor, and he said, "Make the video, blah blah blah." All right, post it. Post it.
I heard that side too. I was like,
What?
what?
Right now. What time is it? Is this when my people are on Instagram? What day is it? All the questions, right? Just for me, all so much a wave of fear came over me just in posting something sporadically. Not that I didn't look cute or anything. It was just the just sporadic posting. And so I did post it. And like he even mentioned, like it's doing better than any other post we had or whatever, as far as the comments go. And that just showed improvement. But even now, just posting like general pictures of myself, I'm very I want to be intentional about my caption. I'm very intentional about the pictures that I choose and about how everything goes together. So I think before I
Why
posted
is that?
wise what? Why am I so
Why are you
intentional and
so
thoughtful?
intentional? Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
don't want to put out something um one because I feel like I'm more private now as far as like my life goes in social media. And then two, I don't want to put out something that is, I guess, not like a true representation of me. Or sometimes I think about like, does this have any substance to others? And it's because I used to care about the validation from Instagram, but now I don't. So then when I get to sitting here thinking like, do I really care if anybody sees this? What they call it? Posting just for proof of life. Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Posting your posts.
But even then, if I post for proof of life or whatever it's called, I want those pictures to look a certain way. So to a degree, I am still cautious and just like kind of overcritical of the pictures that I use like to post instead of just like taking 6 random photos out of my phone. And then, like I said, I want the caption to be intentional to match the pictures. And then also I do get in the sometimes catch myself in the idea of, does anybody even care about this? Do you even want to see this? I ain't finna post this.
No,
Or I do
nobody
post it.
cares, man.
They right, they don't. So
that's
that's
a,
why I don't
that's a
post it.
sad part. Nobody be caring like that, man. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate. But even if they like the video, like the amount of thought that goes into us doing stuff and the passing of just somebody like scrolling and be like, oh, I see Alexis. Tap,
Hmm.
keep it pushing. Like they really don't like I
I put
I
more
scrolled on
thought
social media today. I can't remember half the stuff I
at
seen
the
today
stuff.
on social media.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I do, my
you know what I'm
algorithm is
saying?
pretty basic and pretty simple, so I remember mine. But I think I put more thought into like the pictures and posting of like photos. Well, then when I did content, when I was posting like the short form 30, 60 second like question clips that I was posting, those I didn't care. I already knew my questions, I already had my outfit, everything picked out. Like I didn't care about those. But when it comes to posting like Christmas photos, Thanksgiving, birthday stuff, like when it comes to those posts, I overthink for sure.
Yeah,
1000%. Yeah.
got you. Got you. Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So what else we got for the people, man?
Mm, I don't know how they feeling. It's right. We right on our Oh
We're right on that mark.
yes.
um,
Um, I just think the viewers need to know that when we post on social media, and this is perfect because I literally thought about this. I got some plants on my balcony, and I just threw some seeds in there, and I was like, man, after some time, I got impatient. So man, them seeds weren't finna do nothing. Whatever. I'm gonna just pay attention to my other little plants. One day I woke up, I seen like 6 sprouts. I was like, wait, where'd y'all come from? And that's when I remembered
yeah,
that like I had planted some seeds in there, thinking the seeds was dead and didn't work. And now they just needed some time to I guess what's it called, germinate. And so I say that to say to align it with the posts on social media. Sometimes our posts, our page, our content just needs time to germinate, to resonate with the viewers. It's not that you're posting
mm,
bad content. It's just your content has not been given enough time to reach its audience. That's all. Just like my seeds didn't have enough time to be germinated, root this root, roots going in to sprout up because it takes time to go
yeah,
down and then come up. So your post
yeah,
might have to go down, then come up. And I think as long as we're just patient with social media because it is what billions of people on it, just continue to stay consistent and in due time like the seeds that you plant on social media, they'll sprout up. And I think like I said, the biggest thing is just not rushing your content but just being patient with your audience that is eventually going to find you because it is a lot on social media, but it's also a matter of time before they come across your content. We just got to stay patient with it.
yeah, yeah. That's big. I think the biggest thing is the consistency, like you said.
Hmm.
When I first started this journey, yeah, I wasn't even calling what I was doing a podcast, and people were like, "Oh man, I love your podcast. I love it." And I'm just like, "Okay, cool." Like, you know, and like I said, I went from a certain amount of likes because you show up on social media, people try to support you, but I think once you keep showing up, the people like your friends or whatever, they kind of fall off in a sense of, man, I keep seeing them. You don't need to like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it is, but they kind of fall off because it's like I don't say they get tired of seeing you, but they gonna see you. So it's like, oh, okay. But then you go from this like fall off thing, fall off phase, and then it starts going up. Oh, somebody asking where the live at. We on YouTube, my boy. Somebody type it on Instagram.
Mm. Mm.
Um,
Oh,
I'm trying
Instagram
to
let us
respond. Hold
down.
on. Yeah, Instagram let us down, man.
It's okay. We're
Um,
gonna stay obedient, stick to the plan. One day it's gonna come through.
yeah. I ain't tripping. But yeah, it's just the consistency. Just be consistent, no matter what it is. Be consistent. Show up as many times a day as you can, every day if you can. There are times I've taken like 2 week break, 3 week break, and just give myself, the space and time to like get back in that mode. And then you come back and it's like it's slow again. But one thing it's taught me is like people are watching. You might have silent watchers, people that's not viewing as much.
Mhm.
But the biggest thing is people are watching. And when it's time for them to reach out or time to ask you a question, they might DM you privately to ask a
Mhm.
question. Like my boy Terrence, he asked a question privately. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you just gotta stay patient and planting the seeds. We're not gossiping, we're not talking about negative stuff. So yeah, it's naturally gonna get less views because we're not talking about all the mess I say out there in the world. We trying to
Mhm.
uplift people. We trying to get them exactly words of encouragement.
Right.
And so yeah, that in itself is gonna take time. So we just gotta be patient, man, in the process. If you're doing something that's like this, you gotta be patient in the process. Understand there's so many things going on in the world, so many things pulling at people's attention, so many people trying to tell you, man, use this hook to jump in. It's like, man, bum that. I don't want to use that lame hook. You want like it's just a bunch of stuff. Like again, it goes back to the psychology of it all, right? People just trying to get
Mhm.
your attention. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get your attention. I'm trying to follow my assignment. And I always had to keep that in the forefront of my mind. I'm not trying to get attention from everybody. Do I want you to see my thing? Yes, but that's not the goal. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to plant seeds and remind people of who they are and to walk in faith, to walk with Jesus and let him transform you. That's the goal. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like let him use you like he using me. You know what I'm saying? Like and be content with getting 100 views and it going up to 1,000 and it going up to more than that and just let him use you, man. You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable in that space. Don't be in competition with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like that's a waste of time. Straight up. So yeah. We
People
got
gonna love
some we
that.
got some comments. Mike says, yeah, probably already touched on this, but what's the advice to folks trying to balance being on social media while not showing while not showing everything? Um man, I'm gonna put that question up. Hold on. That's a good question, bro.
I think it takes the
Being on social
the
media, why not trying to show on everything? Go
he
ahead,
said
go ahead.
what
You touch on it
with
first.
not trying to show everything, right?
Yeah.
I think that takes the direction of either you posting and showing like the things that you're connected to. Like I see some people's Instagram, they'll post like the art galleries they go to, or like a picture of like some purchases they had for the week, whether it be like albums or just different things, and just doing it like you have three different posts about one item. So therefore it's like you might have one of them as a video, one of them is a couple pictures, one might be a review or your journey that led you to purchase it. Because as far as like without showing everything, like that's me. Like I don't be wanting everybody in my business. Like I will purposely go out of town, hold the pictures in my phone, and wait till I get back, and then post the pictures as if I'm still out of town. Cause like I don't know, like I don't need folks knowing that I'm out of town right now today. Like I've done that before. Cause I just think people are weird. I don't know. Maybe that's me too though. But I think it's just just just
Yeah,
just
that's real though.
knowing that social media requires consistency, but you don't you are the gauge and the judge of what social media sees. So if you know that you want to show social media the music part of your life, then show social, like, post your playlist for the gym, playlist for studying, playlist for when you're headed to church or work or whatever it is. Find different things around music that you can post, and that becomes your page vibe and your content. And they ain't never got to know that you in the gym bench pressing 500 pounds because you also Mr. Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, how I'd answer that question, man, I'm still trying to figure that out, Mike. Because personally, like when I post, if I post my kids on like Instagram and Facebook, it'll do it might do better numbers on my family, better numbers than like if I post clips from the podcast.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm trying to get the podcast popping, right? So it's like if I post clips on pictures of my kids on TikTok, it ain't gonna do nothing. Clips of the podcast on TikTok, it might not do nothing. So each place requires something different, and I personally ain't got the time to sit there and try to figure that out, man. I don't want to say I don't have the time to figure it out. I just don't. I don't care, bro. Like
But haven't you created
it's
like
sad. I don't. Huh?
haven't you created that rhythm though? You didn't initially start like your TikTok for the podcast?
No. So when I started all of this stuff, I started Instagram first.
Well, I mean like
Then I
your
switched from
kids.
Instagram to TikTok.
Was your kids on TikTok first or the
Um,
podcast?
Probably the podcast. Like I was showing like little clips of motivational stuff or whatever. Um, but the algorithm changes so often, and each time it requires something different.
Why your voice get
You
lower?
know, my voice got lower.
My phone dying?
Your phone dying. Better
It
plug that
might
thing
be.
up.
Hold on. Hold on.
But yeah, each place that I post, it changes so much. What Instagram requires 2 years ago, it changes. So it's like I'm at the place now where I just post what I want. When I feel like getting some with my kids or get some with my family, I post that. If when I feel like doing something else or clips on the podcast, I post that. Like, I don't care, bro. So I don't let, and that might be a bad approach. Honestly, it might be a bad strategy to not care what you're posting. Um, but I just post what I feel speaks to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I post like I already have the millions. Like, right? So there are people that wait till they get the millions to tell the world go screw themselves, right? To do a Kendrick move or, you know, to be like Kendrick where you don't see him for 5 years and then he come drop an album, everybody back on his nuts. And it's like, I'm not in that space where I'm just not in that space where I'm trying to prove anything to anybody on social media. So I'm gonna just do me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it. I'm gonna just do me, bro. Um, Everybody got a formula. Everybody gonna sell you their formula. Oh man, you gotta use this hook to do this. You gotta say this. You gotta say that. You gotta post at 6 o'clock in the morning and post at 9. You gotta post it. Everybody gonna sell you a formula, bro. Everybody out there trying to tell you what formula to use to get the most out of social media. But the thing about it, it changes so much. They go from pushing reels to now pushing posts to pushing carousels to pushing, like it changes so much what they gonna push and when they want to push it, that I ain't got the space for that. Oh, Alexis dropped off. Her phone might have died. But yeah, I just don't have the time and space for that, man. India says, hold on. India says, I have to tell myself you don't need to be motivated to be disciplined, and that usually gets me all the way together. Yeah, you don't have to be motivated to be disciplined, man. Motivation, you might have it on Monday and by Friday it's gone. So you just gotta roll with the punches, you feel me? And be disciplined no matter what's going on. D says me too, India. Open Mike says that was me on this last trip. Yeah, man. Don't get hang up on posting and all of that, bro. Be consistent in the way you want to show up, but there's really no balance in it all, man. There's really none of that. Dang, we lost Lex. Yeah. I agree though, Frankie, because everything requires something, but you really have to find what's best for you. You do have to find what's best for you. You do, man. It's tough out here. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta do what you can. And if you get the recognition for it, cool. You know what I'm saying? The thing that you might not think that's gonna blow up might be the thing that blow you up. And the thing that you think gonna blow you up, probably the thing you're not gonna get a lot of views in. You know, that's just the I've done it so for the past couple of years that stuff I'm like, man, that's gonna go. It just don't. And then the stuff that I'm thinking is not gonna go, that's what goes. So I'm still learning the psychology of everybody else. I understand my psychology. I know everybody else's psychology. So just roll with the punches. Keep doing y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. And yeah, man, at some point in time, you're gonna get there. And everybody's success don't look the same. You know, somebody's success might have, 100 million views on their video, like Mr. Beast. Somebody else might have lower views, but they getting mad money because it's more niche based. They getting niche money. They sniping their customers versus somebody that just go out there and spraying a Uzi and trying to just knock out everything. And I'm sorry I used the gun analogy, but I don't know. My head was on that for some odd reason, but Mike says respect. Yeah, I learned that you really just gotta keep doing what works for you. Yeah, you got to until you get to a place where you can do more and try to be able to feed the people in a way that still kind of works for you, but you're still rewarding your clientele. Because coming on this live is like us doing something different versus the pre-recorded, right? So it's showing up a different way, and y'all are engaging. It's giving us live. It's like, man, it's different. It's a different tune. It's a different vibe. Look, Alexis just dropped out because her phone probably died. But yeah, that's just we just gotta roll with the punches. So yeah, man, I'm gonna close it out. Let me see. She texted me and say anything. Yeah, phone probably really died. Um, she probably forgot to plug it up. But yeah, man. Salute to y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all presence, man. We might do this once a month. Jump on here and do a live. Um, yeah, this was exciting. This was fun. I personally enjoyed it. I enjoy y'all, you know, jumping on here. I'm pretty sure I have more to say. I could go on for like another hour. But I'm gonna respect y'all time. I'm gonna respect the time of the podcast. And yeah, I'm gonna close us out with a prayer. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, we just come today to thank you, Lord. Thank you for another Wednesday, another words of encouragement. This one was live, Lord. So thank you for just allowing everybody to be able to tap in and conversate with us in a different way, a different format. I just want to thank you for everything that you do in our lives, staying protecting us, giving us your son, Jesus Christ, to just save us, Lord. Save us from ourselves, save us from this world, save us from the snares from the enemy. Lord, in this time where there's so many things pulling at us. We want the attention of others. We want the attention of the world, Lord. We just ask that you keep us on our assignment so that we can fulfill it for the kingdom of God, not for the attention of men, Lord. Keep us in your midst. Keep us in your presence. And anytime we go astray, Lord, just send us a reminder. Send us a reminder that you're right there with us and that we don't have to go too far. We just can rely on you for the things that we need and not rely on the enemy for the things of the world, Father God. So this I ask in the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Yeah, man. So yeah, tap in, tune in next week. Next week we're gonna drop the David Shan's podcast episode, and y'all will see how I felt a little uncomfortable, but I still just did me. You feel me? I was like, didn't say too much in the beginning, but I still just did me, and I still showed up. Only the only way I know how to show up. And yeah, man, salute to David Shans too. It's not a knock on him or anything that he taught us. He was just giving us a strategy that worked for everybody else. So salute, man. I appreciate y'all. Uh, Don says, y'all growing, man. Slow growth is still growth. It's a process. Yeah, it's still a process, bro. And I love the music video too, man. We locking in for sure, man. Salute to everybody on the live. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Stay blessed. See y'all next week, man.